Not much wind today. The turbine's not going around. Day 2. This is the wood they cut down. And we're back out on the touring bikes this morning. Or should I say this afternoon. Just gone midday. And we've just done the hill. We must have done 400 yards. It's all uphill. It's doing us good. Well, we've cycled out of Llandrindod, which is short for Llandrindod Wells, and we've cycled to Rhayader, just outside, heading west, northwest. Discovered by the side of the road there is a shared facility, just about wide enough for a cyclist to pass a pedestrian, but also it takes you up a big hill, and this is Antagonist just appearing. All the bikers all going past. Bikers. She's having a little rest. She's going, I hope she's seen me. So we're trying to head to Rhayader. Oh, there's a red kite there, another one. There we are. You're munching your way through some mango. Oh, I didn't realise that was on offer. And that's Rhayader in the gap down there. Rhayader O'Reilly. So we're about a mile and a half outside Rhayader, or something like that, probably pronounced wrongly. And I've made the mistake of braking and steering with my left hand again. I ought to swap over. It's just like cycling back in Wiltshire, but with more recurring hills. Although we've managed to find this lane that parallels the main road, and it is marked as a quiet route for cyclists, and it's 6 miles long, and we've yet to see any traffic on it. I think we passed one car so far, or rather one car's come the other way rather. Some cracking houses. Look at that one up there. Don't know if you can see if I hold it up. There's some nice pads around here. They look like cattle sheds or going in there. Don't know what the poor old sheep, they must be boiling on a day like today. Although it is quite breezy, and I suppose we're up high, and it is quite a nice pleasant breeze. And we have had some rain. Not much, just a splash, but just enough to keep the dust down. So we've done 20 kilometres so far. My watch is telling me, you might be able to hear in the background. It's very windy, so you might have to just stop and admire the view. Hey, I tell you what, you could look at this. This is a great view. Me! There's Mrs. A behind us. She's back there somewhere. Oakwood Lodge Park. It's a cracking countryside, Grommet. Oh, let's hope there's somewhere we can... Apparently, I was talking to a gentleman the other day. There's a nice 15th century pub by the river in Rhayader. But he says it keeps odd opening hours, so you never know. It might be open. I've come out without any money, but I do have a facility on my phone, which being elderly, I've yet to use. But Mrs. Antagonist might have. Oh, I think I've got my emergency £20 note in my phone case. So that'll probably buy us about one drink and a packet of crisps. Alright, I'm going to pull over and pop you back into the case. and perhaps gets you out again when we get to Rhayader, because that's quite pretty. It's a market town. There's the enduro racing going on at the moment. Oh, this is a good hill. Don't want to waste that. I can go down that in big gear and have fun. Right, just putting it away. Ooh. GoPro stop. Here we are then. Just coming into Rhayader. Rhayader. It's en fete by the looks of things. They've spared no expense and got the bunting out from 1963. Yeah, very festive. It's popular with the bikers. They're all out chugging around. Hopefully not getting knocked off. It's a bit of an odd crossroads junction here. Here we come. You've got to make sure we don't get knocked off. Here we go. You all stay there, love. I'm here. You stay there. Oh. Bit of an issue here. There we go. Off we go. There we go. Everyone's out on Sunday. Perhaps they're all coming back from chapel. Off licence, outdoor shop, the Eland Hotel. I don't think it's, there's another Eland Hotel, but that's Eland Valley Hotel, I don't know. And then this is a bit of a hill down here, down towards the bridge. See if I can stop down by the bridge, see if there's any water in the river. Don't think there is. Oh, that bloody woman, she... There we go. Got a shop there. Might go down and just have a look at the people swimming. Seems to be the place to hang out, doesn't it? What's down here? There's toilets down here. Look. Well, we made it. It was our target to get to Rhayader, and we did. And everyone's enjoying that. Look at that nut job going to jump off. He's just going to break his neck, jumping off the bridge. What an utter idiot! There's no water there, mate. You're going to break your neck. The guy's going to kill himself. I think there's a nice little pub there. I feel a little drinky booze coming on. Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure I can run to a packet of crisps. This reminds me of France. It's lovely, isn't it? Cool. Imagine what it must be like in the winter. There's no water in the river. Just enough for a bit of a splash. Don't think you can go canoeing there, can you? The dog calling off. And it looks like a trig point on top of that hill. I'd like to go up there. You must get a good view back of the town. And it looks like a nice little pub there. But I feel like I need a soda water to a rehydration break like you need in the World Cup. Right, go for a stop recording. Well, I thought we'd follow the dismantled old railway line out of Rhayader because they're always on a gradient and easy. But unfortunately, they've taken up the railway line and the cycle track is on the side of the railway line, and that's down below us. And we're going up and over the tunnel. So we're going over the top of the tunnel, which is just where that seat is there. And you can just see the tunnel gateway, I'd imagine, just the other side of that gate, if you pardon the expression twice. And then the other side of the tunnel, I imagine, is just over there. And then hopefully we'll return to gradient and it'll be a bit of an easier schleck. It's a nice little place we come across. Beautiful view. There's still some water in the river, which is lovely. Shame you can hear the road, and there's a scar on the landscape of the quarry up there.
Pretty there.
And somewhere down here there's a ford, which I imagine is just down there. There's some people sunning themselves. I don't want to go and disturb their afternoon. It's a lovely place to come for a dip though, isn't it? You can paddle in the water. Well, we've gone past Llanwrthwl. We've gone past Llanwrthwl. And we've come to the end of the track. We've been following the river, which you think would be flat. But it isn't. It's up and down, which at the 2/3 distance, I'm beginning to feel it now. So this is where the road ends and the track starts on the Wye Valley Walk, I think it is. What does that say? The Wye Valley Walk, yes. So this should, one way or another, get us down to Newbridge. Well, it's certainly the Wye Valley Walk. I don't know whose idea this is a cycle route. Boy, that's a long push. A nice little pad down there. Almost green. Purest green. I don't know where Mrs. Antagonist has got to. Here she comes. I wonder if I can zoom in on her. No, you can't. Would you believe it? There's a Wye Valley Walk. As if they haven't got enough of the roads to cycle on, they've got to come past. Oh. I suppose they're down here for the enduro. So we've got to head down the valley down there somewhere and then turn left behind that big hill and head for home. Well, it was a long climb up and not a brilliant descent actually, because it'd be fine if you got thicker tyres, I think.
Sorry?
It'd be fine if you had thicker tyres.
Yeah. Particularly pleasant on this one.
No, it's a bit steep, isn't it? It was steep and it's getting better now, but it was a bit unbroken and amazingly, it was actually wet up there. Did you notice that?
Absolutely, yeah. Good places.
Well, that's an experience. It looks like there's been an event here. There's a marquee there with a whole load of booze stacked up on the table. I think anyone notice. If you've got very good eyesight, in the distance you can see a white wind turbine going round. And that's near our house. So if you go to the right of that wind turbine, we're somewhere around there. Aren't we? Have I got that right? Yeah. I think that's right.
There's another one on the hill over there as well.
Yeah, that is right. So we're now going to drop down into Newbridge. Yay! After doing a lot of up, where I thought we'd be following the River Wye, but the path does follow the River Wye, but nowhere near the River Wye. It's up on the hill, which I know for next time. Right, onwards and upwards. Let's go! Well, we stopped for a cheeky pint and a packet of crisps in Newbridge. And they kindly refilled our water bottles for us. And then we thought, let's go and find some more hills. Do us some good. There must be some fires on. Lots of fire engines going past us, unfortunately. So I hope everyone's safe. Well done. It's a single track here. So that's the line up to Llandrindod. Oh, and here we are. We've just been through Dyserth, and we're up to Powys. We turned left and then we're back on our mountain bike route from yesterday, if you've watched that one. There she is. Same place as yesterday. We've been for a long one today, and there's no ignominy in walking up a hill. Nothing wrong with that. Helps stretch the legs, have a bit of a rest, makes a change, and yeah, enjoy the flat, enjoy the downhill, and just push it up the ones you can't face. Some of them have been a bit long and steep, bigger than we would have found in Wiltshire. And for those of you who live next to wind turbines, or say that don't make any noise, there's a small one just over those trees, and if I shut up a second, you might be able to hear it. Can you hear this? Hear it going woof, 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 woof. So the people that say, oh, they don't make any noise, that won't keep you awake at night. Oh, yes, they do. Here she comes. Well done. Well done. It's a good day for going out for a cycle. A bit too hot, if anything. But it's nice to go for a cycle ride rather than walking the dog. Poor old Banjo has been a bit poorly lately. He's I tell you what, I could put you on the gatepost. There we are. There's the gatepost. If I put you on this super expensive replacement tripod that I bought on holiday, it was very expensive. Can you hear me? There you are. My face isn't really in the cafe. Yeah. Person that was complaining I was too close. Yes, I was just saying, poor old Banjo. He's been a bit poorly lately because he was running down a very steep bit of the hill, and I think his foot must have gone into it. You know how their feet catch up with themselves. I think one must have gone in a rabbit hole or something, because he went, oh! And I think he got a groin strain or something. So he's been a bit whimpery for the last few nights, but he's back up and down, running up and down our fence line now, patrolling the property. So he's back to normal, and she's made it. Here she is. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Video consists mainly of me pushing my bike uphill.
Well, it's the only chance I get, because it's to stop it. So in a week's time, it's my 60th wedding, 60th birthday, and our 29th wedding anniversary, all 37 years together. Well, sweaty kid. Yeah. So we'll sign off now. When I sign off now, I might, I will, because it's a bit steep coming down into the house, and I might overcook it, which make good for good video, but it might hurt myself. So I'm going to go and cool off and have a nice cool drink. But thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you soon. Bye.